What's good, everybody? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk, and this is the pro-black version, which is literally a lot less volatile in the commentary in comparison to my other channel. But I want to talk about black African American YouTuber Phil Scott. Now, Phil Scott operates the African Diaspora News Channel. He also operates the African Diaspora News Insider Channel. He operates the Phil Scott YouTube channel. All right. And formerly the Advise Show channel. All right. That's where his biggest channel was at. And I've been watching Phil for many years. We've been able to collaborate. I was over on this Phil Scott channel for some time. The Kingana channel was over there producing for about a year. And kudos to him and Kellen for allowing us to come on the platform and grow from there. So, I will always thank them for that opportunity. And Phil has specialized in, I would say, what you would consider African American news, and then a lot of that news consists of calling out white supremacy. Okay, and that is how he gets, I would say, the majority of his content. Now, since he's changed to the African Diaspora channel, his first visit to Africa, I believe, was 2 or 3 years ago to Ethiopia, and then to Kenya. Phil has broadened his content to reach out to the African diaspora. So if you look at some of his content, outside of calling out white supremacy, another group that he focuses at least some of the time on some of his content, and not to say that his content doesn't talk about other stuff, because he has Brother Nathaniel over there that talks about health and wellness. He has African Tigress and some of the other sisters over there talking about Africa. He does talk about the Chinese and what the Chinese are doing in Africa, and it's kind of on the same tonality as he addresses the white supremacy. He kind of addresses it from the same tangent, and those videos get a lot of views. I know that because when we produced videos that called out the Chinese, when Jonita was doing it over there, it got a lot of views. So and when you get a lot of views and you call out those sorts of people, whether it's white supremacy or Chinese, those people typically watch. All right. And I got an email about a screenshot. I think African Tigress posted it, and then African Superstar made a video on it, and then she sent this to me. And the video comes from a man by the name of Z Chin, okay? And it says this. He sent an email to Phil. In the video, the email says this: Phil, I have noticed that you are talking a lot about the Chinese people moving to Africa. What you have to understand is that the Chinese are a more advanced race than the Africans. It is part of the evolutionary process that the stronger race dominates the weaker race. I understand that you are upset about it, but I hope that you understand it is natural for the Chinese to rule over the Africans. I'm sorry to say that us Chinese believe that the Africans are mentally inferior, and that their resources must not be wasted. It is in the betterment of the Chinese people, and since the Africans don't have the mental capacity to utilize their resources, why can't the Chinese do it? I hope that you won't comment about the dealings of the Chinese people in Africa in the future. Many thanks, Z. Now, right below that, if you see, I believe he responds to Z and says, "Let's have this discussion on my show. When would you be available?" Now, I'm gonna have some really deep criticisms of Phil there, but I want to talk to people about what Mr. Z said. This is not the first time I've heard this. The Indians were saying that about Ugandans when they lived here, and about how Africans didn't have the mental capacity. And if you look at the email, the guy that writes this email, he doesn't seem to have any emotion about it. He seems to have come from it from his own logical place of thinking, as he would think himself. And I think that the response to this from the black diaspora is not to be emotional or to be upset. And that's coming from a person that is very emotional a lot of times. You guys see me in the comment section. I'll be emotional with you, brothers and sisters. The reasons why is because you're black, okay? I don't waste my time talking to people that are not black about these issues. All right? I just don't. If that is his personal opinion, that is his personal opinion. I really just don't care. And you shouldn't care either. But what you will need to understand is that the Chinese are moving into Africa. The Chinese are moving into Jamaica. And the Chinese are not playing with you. They're not playing with me. All right. The Chinese are united into the fact, and they're banked by the Chinese Communism Party and all this stuff. They're not playing when it comes to this. And the logical response for me, when you're dealing with people who don't like you, you're dealing with people who think that they're better than you, it's to not give them any attention. That's the first thing. The second thing is logically assess how they're doing it and find out how you can do it. Getting mad, calling names, getting into all of that is just going to prove that if you do that, they are right. That's what's happening. If you get into a match with them about that, they are right. Okay? They're right. And what it is your job to do is to understand how they are winning and try to win at the same rate. Now, you probably have 20 years ahead of us, right? So we have to work together as the black diaspora to solve a lot of the problems that the African Union isn't solving. I talked about in a video that I'm going to post today, how the black diaspora can play the middleman in Africa, how we can connect countries that are feuding, and how we can reach out and provide resources and information to our people. Because the Chinese diaspora, who's in Africa, they provide this information to their people about the landscape, about how to attack Africa, about the prices that goes on, how to hire people. The Chinese people have this information, and they readily share these people to, people who want to become entrepreneurs, people who are entering the saturated markets, or people who are reaching the unsaturated markets. So we need to do the same thing. We need to focus our issues on working and not be focused on what people think about us. Let him think that, all right? I'm in Africa right now. I'll tell you right now that while the Chinese are here in Uganda and in Kenya, the most of the wealth is operated by blacks, all right? And the people who are very successful don't pay attention to outsiders. This guy could be a bum. This guy could be a troll. This guy could be anybody else. It doesn't matter. But his opinion about this is not worth calling names and getting upset, because once you go there, then if you get into a roast battle and all of that, you're not focused on the fact that you're not doing the work. Be focused on doing the work. The Chinese are focused on doing the work. You need to be focused on doing the work. I need to be focused on doing the work. Not going back and forth with people who feel about us the way they do. Now, I always tell you, you can never change how they feel about you, but you can change how you feel about each other. That's why we must be very, 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 very tactical and strategic about talking to our people. Talking to our people, not talking to their people, but our people. And I'm gonna give a criticism to Brother Phil on this. Brother Phil, on the bottom of this email, wants to bring the guy on the platform. Wants to have a discussion on his show. I think that there are some people that will do certain things for clicks and sensationalism. I think this is one of those things. I'm not trying to be mean to the Phil. I do appreciate the fact he let us rock on this platform. I vehemently disagree. If a person emails you and tells you that black people are stupid and you are the African Diaspora Channel, that person never belongs on your platform. Because your platform is for you to talk to your people, not for white supremacists or Chinese supremacists, in my opinion, to talk to them. Because when the Chinese people feel that they don't like blacks, they don't invite Philip Scott's show to the channel to talk about it. If you email them, they never say, "Oh, Shay, well, why don't you come over here and talk about how you think that your race is better?" They don't do that. They don't even pay attention to you. And again, that's giving attention to people who don't need it. I hope that was a mistake. But you never allow other groups of people, and I talked about that, I criticized Tariq Nasheed about that. You talk to your people about what's going on. You don't let them talk to your people. You talk to them. Let them feel how they want to feel, but you talk to the people. And we got to stop doing things for, you know, a lot of things for with other groups. Now, when it comes to black commentary and things like that, I'll post it if it's black on black commentary, black on black issues, because that's still talking about our people. No other white supremacists, Chinese supremacists. We don't talk. They have no authority in any black platform, according to me. If people want to run their platforms like that, that's fine. But to me, that's disrespectful to the people. I'm sorry. The guy already told you how he felt. Why are you bringing the guy over to the platform? That doesn't make any sense. That's my only criticism of it. But if it's about exposing people how they feel, I mean, listen, a lot of people feel like that. A lot of Chinese feel like that. Nobody comes in, you know, into Africa wanting to be equal partners that are non-black. I mean, it's what it is. So guys, that's my time for today. It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk, the pro-black version. Subscribe with the bell. I really appreciate all of what you guys are doing. Thank you so much for the support. And subscribe with the bell. As you guys know, keep it real. King Gandhi forever. We're out.